Thank you for choosing our Patio Heat channel. I'm Steve. We provide tips and information to extend the enjoyment of your patio project. Our videos give you a knowledgeable overview prior to investing in your outdoor heating equipment. Whether you are a professional or owner-builder, we provide specific details for optimum heat coverage for your application. Post a comment or question, or for developed visual designs, send your request into designs@patioheat.com. We're here to work with you. For over 30 years, patio heating is the bedrock of our business, expressing what works best. Now let's get heating. All right, so here we have this covered patio section, and let's go ahead and look at the overall dimensions I have. So overall dimensions I have here is 19 feet from the inside edge of this wall here to the wall over here. And we also have a depth of, what's over here, sorry, 9 feet from this edge here to the inside edge of this edge over here. I also made this section up here at 14 feet from the doorway. I assume there's a doorway here, and to the wall here. They did mention that the TV set is about 2 feet 11 and I think 4 feet 10 off the floor. There's a fan here in the center of the room. I have it at 5-foot diameter, and then I have a ceiling height of 10 feet off the finished floor. All right, so let's go ahead and look at what options we might use. Let me go ahead and turn that off. And I'm going to first start with removing the top here so we can see what possibility of placing flush mount units in here would look like. Let's go ahead and throw some ceiling joists in here. If the ceiling joists are in this configuration or position so that the heaters can be placed parallel with them in this position, then this might work out okay. However, we really don't know where these ceiling joists truly are. I just positioned them so that they're centered within the fan here in the middle, because that's typically what I see, but that doesn't mean that it's necessarily true. If they're not somewhere in this configuration, then it's going to be hard to get an exact fit or a fit that would actually look proper. But let's go ahead and throw in 2 of the the flush mount 6,000 watt units, and so I have them so that they're up against this edge here. This has got to be a minimum of 8 inches from this edge here to this edge here. From this edge here to the edge of the wood. Now again, not knowing what is up here and what this configuration is, you'd have to tear apart this whole entire ceiling in order to truly figure out what you might be able to do. But in any case, let's go ahead and see what the distance is from each other that I have here. So from the center point to the center point, I have these at 10-foot 6 1/4 of an inch, and this one here I have pushed up against this edge over here. All right, so that would be the 2 flush mount units that I would recommend. Now, the only thing that I have an issue with too is, if I was to move this closer in, which I would prefer it to be closer in, let's just go ahead and move it from this point here to this point here, and then we'll go ahead and look at the clearances below, and you can see that we're no longer meeting the clearances to that fan. So if this fan has a combustible blade, which I believe they are, then we're not meeting the clearances to combustibles on this particular application. So that's why I'm choosing the position that I'm choosing and going back to this space over here with that distance from 10-foot 6 to the center point to the heater, center point to the other heater, and based off the center point of the patio structure itself. All right, so let's go ahead and turn that off. I don't really think this is going to be the ideal plan. You never know how the structure is truly built unless you have the plan for the structure, and that would be the plan that was done during the construction itself. So that's a big question whether I would really recommend this or not. So But again, if you have that information and you are close to meeting these clearances and able to, keep the heater away from the fan blade properly, then this would work out okay. However, the other part of that is you can see that we're not really heating up this center point over here as well as I would like. I would like this to have at least a 1 foot overlapping ray, so from here to here should really be overlapping. Just so you can see what I'm talking about, it'd be nice to have it something about like that, and we're not getting that, so we're not heating up this particular spot right here very well. The rest of it would be heated up very well, and we're not hitting the TV set, so that's not an issue with regards to that either. So all right, let me go ahead and turn that off, and I'm going to just go ahead and delete this here for a minute, and we're going to take off the ceiling joists here as well as the units, and then look at placing just the CD 6024 ceiling mount units. Now I have these at again an 18-inch clearance from the blade itself, the 5-foot diameter blade. So you can see here clearance below, I have it at it's 18 inches of clearance from here to here. And then here you can see I did a little bit something different because I really wanted to get more heat again into the center point here, the patio. And I couldn't move the heater over to the left, but what I could do is change the angle of the heater, and I have this changed at a 10-degree angle, so it's 10 degrees pointed towards the middle from straight down 10 degrees in. And with that being said, I'm able to get a nice crossover ray over here. We're still able to heat up the entire space very well, and I'm assuming that there's no seating positions over here, so that's one thing I don't know for sure. However, this would be what I would say would be the ideal. Now, if we were to, just move this unit over here for a moment, let's go ahead and just place it on top of the other one over here for a second, so you can see what that footprint would look like had we placed the unit straight down. We would be able to get this, heated up here fairly decently, as well as the fact that if I took this one off, you can see that we're still getting, I would say that good crossover, ray over here. It's just that we're throwing a lot of heat over here. I'd rather push it this direction with that 10 degree, and that's why I'm having it at that 10 degree. Although we could move this, I think it's about maybe 2.5 inches here, so that we're closer and we're getting a nicer crossover ray here. So if this is okay, for you, and the visual aspect of the heaters themselves are better so that they are pointed both straight down, then this would work out fine as well. So but let's just go ahead and turn this back over to where I had it before, and keep that as possibly the ideal application here. So I think that's about it. Just so you know too, this is infrared light waves. Infrared light waves does not change the temperature of the air. It heats mass, the tables, chairs, floors, human body. If you're in the ray, you will feel the warmth. If you're not in the ray, let's say you're standing over here, you will not feel the warmth, and you will feel the air temperature of the outdoors, just like the sun. If I put the shadow on the structure here, sorry, if you're standing in the shade over here, for instance, you're not going to feel the sunlight at all. The second you stand out here, you'll feel the warmth of the sun, but the air temperature from here to here has not changed one bit. And that is the true this same as if you were to stand in the ray itself here or over here. The air temperature does not change, but the being in the ray, you feel the warmth of the sun or of the infrared light waves of the heaters themselves. So all right, well, I hope this has helped. If you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application and you would like us to review your plan, send your information into designs@patioheat.com, and if you would, tap that like button. It really helps our channel out, and it also helps others find our channel. We really appreciate you doing that. Thank you very much. Have an excellent day.